Okay, so there's been a lot of controversy about excessive data usage on the iPhone 5 in general, but specifically with Verizon. I recently switched from AT&T, who I've had for 5 years. In those 5 years, with an unlimited plan, I never used more than four gigabytes in a month. With Verizon, I used a gigabyte in the first day, and I've used 4 gigabytes in like 8 days because I started being really conservative. But with the new carrier update that came out, I guess yesterday, I figured that the problem would be solved. But I really don't think it has been solved. As you can see, I'm on LTE here, not Wi-Fi. There are no applications open. If I go into settings, you can see, I'm going to show you first that I don't really have anything on. If I go to privacy and go to location services, they're off. I go to, let's see, iCloud. I'm going to hide this a little bit because I don't want to show you my account, but storage and backup, iCloud backup is off. If I go up here, you can see that, everything is off. Then, pretty much, let's say in email, I have all the push turned off. I don't want to go in there because you'll see my passwords, but, I'm telling you the truth. I don't use push. So, I go to settings, I go to general, I go to usage, and then you go down here and you do cellular usage. Okay, and right now it says 549 kilobits, which, that's not a whole ton, no big deal. Let's say I step out, remember nothing is running, go back to cellular usage, and boom, it's 550. So it's going up. I'm not using anything, but the phone is registering data going in and out, 552, 538. And you can do this all day long. It'll just keep going up, 553. So, pretty much if you just leave the phone on and you're not on a Wi-Fi network, if you turn Wi-Fi on, that number does stop going up, but it's pretty common if you're driving around or just doing whatever you do, that that number will keep increasing. So it leads me to believe there's actually a problem with the iPhone software or the communication network or the LTE implementation. It's hard to say. Now here's what's really interesting. I'm going to set the phone back there for a second. If I restart the phone, okay, so I'm holding both to restart it. Hello. Okay. It's restarting. Take a second. If I restart the phone, it'll come up. A few more seconds. Here we go. I'm not going to let you see my passcode. Okay. So if I go back in, cellular usage. Okay. It's back down to 0. So at the very least, there is a software bug in the cellular usage system preference, but based on the amount of data that Verizon is claiming that I'm using, there's something else going on, that the communication with Verizon is off, and that the iPhone 5 or iOS 6 is causing a pretty significant problem that's going to lead to a lot of overages for, possibly millions of people, which is pretty horrible because most of us, don't want to pay more than we need to. Lastly, well, that's about it. I had something else to say, but I don't remember, but that's pretty significant. I'm hoping that they work this out because I think it's this phone also, I'll show you, has the carrier update, which is, I want to make sure about, I don't want to show you my name, but if you see the carrier update is here. I don't want to show any of that stuff. Carrier update is 13.1. So, it's a pretty big problem, and I hope they solve it because I'm going to use up 10 to 20 gigabytes a month without batting an eye, and I know I'm not using that much. Oh, here's what I wanted to say. When I put a traffic monitor on my laptop, which is what I use for most of the day, and I also use this on Wi-Fi most of the day. When I would surf the same sites with the phone as I was surfing on a web page, which has flash ads and all kinds of garbage, the phone was registering more data use both internally on the phone and on the Verizon website than my traffic monitor on my laptop was saying. And it's just a normal, whatever MacBook. So there's something pretty drastically wrong, and hopefully they'll solve it. Hopefully this helps, guys. We got to get on them and get them to fix it.